All right, let's talk about a revolution that's quietly reshaping the entire world of retail. We're going to dive in how a powerful new wave of AI is making that high-end business strategy, the kind once reserved for the Fortune 500s, accessible to absolutely everyone. We'll break down what this really means for you as a retail leader and how you can start building your own AI playbook today. Okay, so let's get right into it. On one side, you've got a small, independent coffee roaster out in San Francisco, and they're using chatbots to map out their growth plans. On the other side, you've got a giant like Target deploying custom AI assistants to support thousands of employees across all their stores. Now, here's the truly disruptive part. They're both starting to operate from the same strategic playbook. It's all powered by the same underlying technology. The game, my friends, has officially changed. For years, when we talked about AI in retail, we were thinking about optimizing supply chains or just cutting costs. But this is a totally fundamental shift. We're talking about agentic AI now, and it's providing direct access to the kind of deep, strategic insights that, frankly, were only available to companies who could afford to pay those elite consultants. In the razor-thin margin world of retail, this isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a potential lifeline. So just how big of a deal is this change? We're not just talking about a new tool for retailers here. We are talking about a fundamental shift that could literally reshape the global economic landscape. And to really get its true impact, we've got to look at who's really driving the economy. And this slide, wow, it really puts the scale of this whole thing into perspective. Just look at these numbers. Small and medium-sized businesses, the local shops, the regional chains, they make up a staggering 90% of all businesses worldwide. And for the very first time, this huge part of the economy can tap into the same level of strategic firepower that was previously locked away for the top 10%. This isn't just a ripple, it's a tidal wave. This is the democratization of strategy, and it's happening right now. So how is this all possible? How is this democratization actually happening? Well, it's not just that businesses are getting new tools. The very source of that elite strategy, the super high-priced consulting industry, is being totally reshaped from the inside out by AI. The old pyramid, it's starting to crumble. For decades, the big consulting firms have run on this classic pyramid model. You've got armies of junior analysts at the bottom doing all the heavy lifting, the research, the data modeling, building all those slides. Their work gets passed up to mid-level managers who synthesize it, and then it's finally delivered to you, the client, by a senior partner. It's a really labor-intensive and, believe me, a very expensive model. But now, you've got tools like McKinsey's Lilly and BCG's Dexter that are just automating huge chunks of that foundational work. They can gather data, run analyses, and generate initial insights in minutes, not weeks. And as that whole base layer of junior work gets automated away, the entire pyramid structure starts to look, well, pretty wobbly. So what's replacing it? Well, this gives us a great picture. It's a new structure some people are calling the obelisk model. It's flatter, it's way more specialized, and it's much more focused on high-level human skills. So instead of data crunchers, you have AI facilitators and engagement architects who interpret the AI's output. And you know what? This should look pretty familiar because it's a lot closer to how agile retailers like Zara and H&M already operate. Okay, so this whole shift in the consulting world is paving the way for a new generation of incredibly powerful tools that you can use right now. So let's look at how you can actually bring this AI strategist in-house. Just look at this prompt. It was given to a tool called Xavier AI. It's so specific, right? Devise a growth strategy for a 50-employee French maker of barbless fly fishing hooks. And in about 2 minutes, the AI spits out a 10-page strategic presentation complete with market data, competitive analysis, and really clear recommendations. This is basically McKinsey in a box, and it's available on demand. And hey, this isn't some far-off theory. This stuff is already being built directly into the platforms your business runs on. Shopify's Sidekick can draft a whole marketing promotion for you. Walmart is using AI to optimize how every single pallet gets packed, and they're using digital twins to predict equipment failures weeks in advance. And Target's Store Companion is putting answers directly into the hands of their team members right on the floor. And if you need any more proof that this is happening right now, just look at this number. During the 2024 holiday season, e-commerce traffic that was driven by generative AI search surged by 1,300%. 1,300%. This means optimizing your product data for AI search isn't just a good idea anymore, it's already a critical part of your success. So we've got cheap, powerful, automated advice right at our fingertips. It sounds like the perfect solution, right? Well, this is where the story takes a really important turn. There's a crucial catch, a hidden cost, that every single leader needs to understand before they dive in headfirst. Which brings us to the big question. Does all this automated business advice actually work? To find out, researchers at Harvard Business School ran a fascinating experiment. They took 164 entrepreneurs in Kenya and gave half of them access to a custom-built AI advisory tool. They really wanted to see if it would help them grow. The results were pretty sobering. On average, the AI tool had zero measurable impact on business performance. But here's the kicker. It actually made the performance gap wider. The AI helped the entrepreneurs who were already doing well, but it offered absolutely no benefit. And in some cases, it even hurt the ones who were struggling. So here's the crucial point. The main takeaway from all this. AI acts as an amplifier. It doesn't create new capabilities out of thin air. It just magnifies what's already there. The study found that the high-performing entrepreneurs, well, they asked the AI better questions. And they were way better at judging the quality of its advice. The AI simply gave them more leverage on the skills they already had. So if AI is an amplifier, what does that mean for you as a leader? It means your role is more critical than it has ever been. And that brings us to the single most important takeaway. In this new landscape, your judgment is your job. It's time to redefine where you create value. Your competitive advantage? It no longer comes from having access to armies of analysts. It comes down to these three irreplaceable human skills. First, framing the right strategic questions. An AI can process answers at lightning speed, but it has no idea what problems are actually worth solving. Second, validating the quality of your data. And third, and most importantly, exercising your human judgment to interpret the output and make the final call. See, because AI only recombines what you give it, the quality of your strategy is 100% dependent on the quality of your data. This is completely non-negotiable. You need reliable sales data, accurate inventory tracking, detailed marketing metrics, integrated customer histories. Without that clean foundation, AI will just amplify flawed assumptions. You know the old saying, garbage in, amplified garbage out. And that leaves us with this final thought. At the end of the day, a good retail strategy still depends on clear thinking about your goals, about your brand, and most importantly, about your customers. No algorithm can do that for you. An AI can help you analyze sales data for sure, but it can't tell you if a customer feels amazing in this season's new jacket. It can help answer a lot of things, but it cannot yet tell you what to care about. That, as a leader, is still your job.